Hi, this is RockinRobin, and you are on RockinRobin's Garage Sale Finds. So you're thinking about going to the flea market, are you? Well, you know, there's a lot of tips and secrets you need to know. We have been going to the flea market for about 20 years, so we have a lot of knowledge, and we're going to give you 15 tips and secrets that are going to help you make more money, learn what you should do, make you feel more comfortable if you go. And if you have been going for a while, maybe you don't know some of these and maybe you need to learn. We also come out with new tips and secrets every Friday, so be sure to watch every Friday because you'll get a lot of flea market tips. Now, if this is your first time here, I want you to know that we do sell on eBay. We sell on Mercari, we sell on Poshmark, we sell on Facebook Marketplace, and we sell at the flea markets. So our goal today is to help you learn more about the secrets for the flea market. You stay with us, we're right back, and we'll go through 15 tips you need to know. Okay, so tip number one, you want to go to the flea market and you're saying, gee, I don't know what to do. I want to be sure I do the right things. Well, the first one is I would go there in advance and I would talk to other dealers. Ask them a lot of questions. You have a lot of questions specific to that flea market. What is the best days? Maybe they're open Saturday and Sunday. Is Saturday better than Sunday, or is Sunday better? Maybe you want to know what time is the best to arrive. Maybe you want to know how long you need to stay. Maybe you need to know certain Sundays or Saturdays are better. Maybe towards the end of the month, or is it towards the beginning of the month when people get paid? There's a lot of different things you can ask them, what you can bring, where you put your car. First thing, go to it before you start and ask questions of other dealers who have been there a long time. They are full of knowledge specific to that flea market that can help you. Now, the second thing is, number two, when you go to book a spot, see if you can book for several weeks. Sometimes if you book for 2 or 3 weeks or a month or 6 months, you can pay less. It's always good to pay less. Now, you also have to worry that if you do book for a month or 2 months, you may have a week where it's rainy and you're not going to be able to go, or sales are going to be slow. You have to take that in consideration. Now, I sometimes will book for 3 months and sometimes I won't, depending on certain things. But I am at least under a tent area so that if it rains, I don't get washed out totally. So you think about that when you go, but sometimes it's a good way to save money. Now, another way to go, number three, if you're going and you want to save money, is bring your own food. Bring a cooler. Make sure you have plenty to drink because you're going to need to drink all the time. Bring food, bring water, bring soda, bring anything you're going to want to eat. It's going to save you money because a lot of times when you go to these flea markets, it's expensive to buy food. You don't want to spend all the profits on food. Boy, that's just a pain. Okay, now the next one, put your stuff out on the table. Make sure that you group items together. Okay, this is a good tip for people who don't know. If you have all glassware, put all the glass in one spot. If you have toys, put the toys in one spot. Don't just intermingle everything. It's hard for people to see it all that way. This way, if you have toys, they only look in the toy section. Then over here you have glass, they'll just look in the glass section. They're not going to have to go individually. Don't just take stuff and put it out. Have a set area so you know this is men's, this is women's, whatever way you do it. That is very important when you're setting up your table. Now, if you also do eBay, you may want to, once you set up, or if you're with another person as you're setting up, go and look at other dealers' items to see what they have and see if you can buy stuff. Also, besides buying stuff, you may get some tips and some secrets on how they're putting items out and where they're putting different items. But I like to go and buy stuff. And sometimes I'll find things cheap that I didn't even know I could sell at the flea market for more. I may buy something for 50 cents and sell it at the flea market for $3. And I'll say, I just bought that. So always check out other dealers' stuff. But that is an important one if you've been doing it a while and you know your stuff. Now, the next one I'm going to say is offer deals. Now, someone comes in and they say, I see, how much is this? And you say $20. And then they say, okay. And they say, how much is that? And you say $10. And they say, okay, well, maybe you want to put them together and offer them for 25. You want to make a deal. This way you get them to buy both things and you get something off, but you get the purchase. You always have to ask more money than you want to get, but you also want to give deals. Everybody wants to feel like they got a deal. So be willing to make deals, offer deals all the time. Now, my next tip, which people don't always realize at the flea market, is to be friendly. I hate it when I go to a deal and they're all grumpy. There's a lot of old grumpy men that go to flea markets, and I don't like that. I always say to everybody, hi, how you doing? How's your day? Oh yeah, it's, talk about the weather, talk about the dog if they got a dog, talk about their clothes. Sometimes I say, gee, I really love that shirt. Or, hey, you got a Yankee shirt on. Did you see the Yankees did great last night? Something that they can relate to. It always helps. People will come back to people they think were friendly. They're not going to come back if they see this grumpy old man and they say, wow, he wasn't happy to see me the first time and now I got to go in there again. No, be friendly all the time. It's really, really important. Okay, now another thing you want to do is you want to take notes, okay? You want to write down how much you sold items for, and you want to time them. Maybe you want to say 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, so you know the best time periods, and you know how much you sold stuff for, so you can go back and look and say, well, I didn't make a good profit on this, I don't want to buy that again. Or look, I bought this and I sold this and I made a $10 profit, I want to buy more of these, I got to look for more of these. And it's good for your records too. You need it for tax reasons too. You can't always just have no notes and say, gee, I went home and how much did I make, and pull out your money. I mean, you want to be sure. Take notes. Take a lot of notes. Make sure you've done that. All right. Another thing, basic, bring bags. People want their items in bags. They go to a store, they make a purchase, they put them in a bag. You have to do the same thing. You are just like a store. If they walk around and they didn't put it in a bag, maybe someone thinks it's stolen. A lot of people nowadays carry backpacks or carry a bag and will put it in their own bag, but you still need to have bags. You need to help the person be able to carry their item around. Otherwise they can say, can I leave it here? And if it's a big item, they're gonna leave it there. But if it's something they can carry and you have a bag, that is the way to go. People get mad if you don't have bags. Trust me. All right, so the next thing is to bring change. Always make sure you have, I would say bring 20 singles. I would say bring 4 5s, 2 10s, and maybe 2 20s with you all the time. And maybe you want to bring $1 in quarters. Now, I try not to sell anything for less than $1 because that kind of annoys me. But once in a while I'll say something like 3 for $1 and they say, what if I just buy one? And they'll just buy one. And I say 50 cents if you just buy one. So you got to have some change. But don't bring a lot of change like that, because your pockets get full and then you start losing money and change and things are dropping out. But make sure you bring singles. All right, that's the most important. And you would be surprised how many people want to give you a $100 bill first thing in the morning. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. All right, when you go there, make sure, this is my next tip, that you have something that attracts kids into your booth. I mean like toys. You want to have something, because if the kids come into your booth, say they're just going to walk by, but a kid sees something, that brings the parents into the booth. And if the parents come into the booth, they might see something they like. So I always have kid stuff, and I have it more up front so that the kids will want to come and the parents will definitely follow. If you have something that's valuable also, I want to tell you to put it towards the back. Don't have anything valuable towards the front. Keep it towards the back, closest to where you are sitting. That's important. But attract kids by bringing toys. And if people have dogs, bring dog biscuits. Hey, can I give your dog a treat? They like that. The dogs are people's kids, and they're happy when you're thinking about them. All right, what is my next thing? I want you to know that you can change prices. You don't have to stick to the same price that you started the day with. If you're selling something for $20 and nobody's buying it, by the end of the day, you can change it to $10. You can change it to anything you want. A lot of people will go in and they'll just be steady and they'll ask the same price no matter what. Feel free. It's your stuff. You're not a store. There's no thing saying you have to charge. Charge whatever you want. All right, the next tip This goes back to when you're booking a spot. Book a spot nearest high traffic. You want to be near the entrance, near the food, maybe near a bathroom, maybe on a corner because the spots are sometimes bigger. You want to be where the traffic is the greatest. So always think about that. When you go and you first see the dealers in the beginning, find out where the most traffic is. You can tell because you're walking around. You'll see where the most people are. That is the place to go. My 15th and final tip is to make sure when you go, you bring new merchandise every single time. Now, I don't mean you have to bring totally new merchandise, that you can't bring anything that you brought the week before. Sure you can, but you need to bring some new items, and when you bring new items, you need to put them in the front. Do not just take all your old items, put them in the front, and keep the new stuff up front. You want to constantly make it seem like you have something different for people who've just walked by, because if they think they've seen your stuff, they're not going to stop again. So I will always put my new stuff up front and then slowly put the other stuff, and of course the valuables in the back. But the new stuff should be in the front, because this way they're more likely to come in. And I make sure I go garage sailing. I'll pull from my stuff that's not selling on eBay. I'll do a lot of different things to make sure I have new inventory. I have people who in my neighborhood who will give me stuff because they say, hey, I can bring it to Goodwill, I can give it to you, I might as well give it to you. I'll bring their stuff and put their stuff up front. It's always a good thing, and you always want to have something big up front that will attract people, something that's going to be very interesting. But it's funny because I can put the same item in the back and it won't sell, and if I put it up front, it has a better chance of selling. But you want to put your new stuff up front. You want to attract people. So those are my 15 tips and secrets. They are all important. Every single one is equally important. So you need to follow them. And I'm giving you tips and secrets all the time. Now, I have another video where I tell you the best items to bring and sell at the flea market. And I also give you items don't bother bringing and selling. So that's an important video, and I hope you watch that. Now, if you like us, please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. We really appreciate when you give subscription, and thumbs up are very important to us. And also, when you hit the bell, you'll be notified when we have our next video. And if you like flea market stuff, we do a lot of flea markets. We even show you sometimes when we go to the flea market what we have, but we also always give you tips and secrets. And like I said earlier, if you watch on Fridays, we have our flea market tip of the week. And that is always a good thing, because you never know what little secret we are going to give you. And we try to make sure you get one all the time. So those are 15 tips and secrets that you need to know when you go to the flea market. Now, this is RockinRobin. Get something good, find something around the house. If you put it up on eBay, put it up on eBay. If you bring it to the flea market, bring it to the flea market. But whatever you do, make sure that you make yourself some money. See you soon.